After a wild action-filled race last night at Daytona, HGR Racing returns to its home at Talladega for tonight's running for HGR on a Thursday night. James Waring, top of the board right now. Eric White, Michael Wingo, Sean Corbett have all posted a lap. John Ward's back tonight after missing last night. See Corbett rolling out now. For Aubrey Thompson, tonight, he has the ability to do something that a driver has not done yet. Not John Ward, not Kenneth McCullough, not any driver so far tonight. And that is, as soon as I get my audio set, and that is simple. Win the race, get $200 extra on top of what he wins tonight. It's a couple of race cars already. But Thompson's got to go through a star-studded field to do that. Well, it's amazing when somebody like Sean Corbett, Kenneth McCullough, John Ward, they have not been able to conquer the pre-race spin bonus. That's what it's called. Right now, Thompson has the opportunity to do something nobody else has been able to do. Corbett back into the pits, practicing pit stops. You'll see a lot of drivers do that. Kevin Templeton rolling out onto the racetrack now. 16 minutes to go in practice. Right now as they run. Only 4 drivers really. And of course you don't really see a lot of drivers post a lot in practices, mainly to count down the green show. We'll interview a couple of drivers. Matter of fact, if he's down for an interview, let's get the head honcho in here. Jimmy Crow, Garrett Jenkins up here in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Hey, what's going on?
Well, but I want to catch you before the race since I timed it a little bad the last time I wanted to interview you. I just want to get your, what's your expectations tonight? This Gen 4 creates a lot of retro pack racing, one that a lot of us was accustomed to growing up. What can we expect to see tonight out of this group of drivers?
I just hope we can get a green flag pit stop, not kill each other on the last lap. But no, other than that, man, we got a lot of guys getting experience running up front that normally don't. So that's good to see. I just hope we have a good race. It'd be nice to get a clean finish, but you know how that goes.
Yeah, they're no longer a dime a dozen, but that's all right, long as drivers are learning. I do want to ask you, what is the most positive aspect that you have seen since you started HGR Autos months ago? What's one of the more positive things you've seen out of these group of drivers trying to learn and hone their skills so they can go on to win a PGR 500 or something 499 or any of the big races coming up?
Oh man, they're improving, getting better. I mean, as long as they're competitive, you know that's what matters.
Yeah,
But
I don't mean to bother you, Jimmy, but they're having a conversation up there. What was the password again?
Broadcast. If you need to, I can cut it short. I'll put you back in later.
yeah, I'll get back in later.
Okay. Apologize about that, Jim. But that was Jimmy Crow's thing. Guys are learning. That's the best thing. Well, a lot of people you see, it's pretty much mentors and students pretty much. And right now, some of the drivers have shown improvement. Michael Wingo, not necessarily a rookie or a newcomer here, but Wingo has been on the run here. Had a great run going at Daytona last night before ultimately getting involved in a caution. Of course, while we're looking at this, still time to advertise it. Now, still time to sign up. Bash at the Beach. Raging Idiot Racing Network Premium Live event. right here on the Reggie Get It Racing Network. Super late models at Myrtle Beach, $36 entry. You can send the payment into any of the Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal listed below. $500 based on 60 drivers. We need 60 drivers for $500. And it will go from 60 drivers to 36 through 3 heat races, 1 LCQ, 1 provisional, 200 laps. And at the end of it, somebody's going to start off their week pretty good. We'll talk about more about that later on in the broadcast. Seeing Wingo right now practicing green flag pit stops. You'll see that a lot. See that a lot tonight, really. Drivers practicing their green flag pit stops, anticipating if we get one. Well, right now, Gordon Spain on track making his debut tonight for HGR. Right now, has not posted a lap yet, but if I'm not mistaken, he'll either be on one this time. No, he'll actually start his lap as Tim White will slide into third, knocking Wingo down to fourth. Tempting fifth, Sean Corbett lurking right outside of the top 5. There right now what Gordon's doing right now, probably practicing his qualifying lap, trying to see where he could place against some of these drivers. But right now these 52s, I have all live, these are qualifying pace. Well, Kevin Tennant just ran the fastest lap out of 52.320. And that is without draft, because I'm looking at the track map right now. So these are qualifying times that you see, or mock qualifying times, I should say, that you see on the board right now. So going to be interesting to see where maybe Spain will line up with some of these drivers. Right now, choosing not to cut the apron. Well, 10 minutes to go, there ain't no big pack or nothing, so why not a 52.350 good enough for second? See if we can't get a word with the man making his debut. Gordon Spain, Garrett Jenkins up here in booth. You got a copy, buddy? Try this one more time here. Gordon Spain, Garrett Jenkins up here in booth. You got a copy? All right. Well, Spain not up to talk right now. Nonetheless, he is in the car, so I don't really blame him. Should have thought about that action. Well, right now, looking at it right now, nobody's really trying to get into a group pack. Hell, that was actually better. 52.277. But I only get one lap to qualify, so really it's whatever you can get out of it. Right now, with 9 minutes to go, drivers on the entry list, other than the top 7 on the board: Kevin McCullough, Adam Ford, 64, or Joey, John Ward, John Darnell. John Ward's still sitting in the pits. We'll get a word with him momentarily. Right now, here's a little bit of drafting action. The key thing to remember with these cars, they now overheat. I dare say they'll overheat worse now than what it did before. Really, there weren't much overheating issues, but now that they've updated them, iRacing has at least, now they overheat within a lap and a half. So it really makes the race a little more cautious, so to speak. Oh, Kevin Tempton into the wall. Eric White will bail out, try to press his green flag pit stops. Black flag for the number 88 of white. Right now, let's see if we can't get a word with another driver. Kevin Tipton, Garrett Jenkins up in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir. I got you. What's up, man?
Oh, not a whole lot. 7.5 minutes to go in practice right now. Sent fifth on the speed charts. If we're going to be technical, sitting third on the qualifying or second on the qualifying times now. But I want to ask you, what's there to expect tonight with these cars? We know that there was a lot of concerns about the overheating issues. We never really saw it the last time we broadcasted. Is the overheating part of these cars, is that still in the back of everybody's mind, do you feel like?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be in guys' heads just because we don't see as much lane switching here as we see in some other series. So I think guys are gonna be thinking about how they can conserve temps on that pusher line without, being able to breathe as much.
Now going into tonight, I do want to ask you, being that these cars do hold a little bit of side draft to them, what do you feel like would be the dominant line tonight?
I think it'll be the second line. Coming to the flag, I don't know. I think
Coming to the
what we've
flag, every
seen-
line.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say what we've seen in the past, coming to the flag, it's kind of, go where you can to get to the finish line. So, but I think throughout the night I'll be trying to work that second line.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you. 6 minutes left in practice right now. Kevin Tipton, fifth on the board. Appreciate your time, buddy. Best of luck to you.
Hey, thank you.
Yep. Well, of course, Aubrey Thompson just joined us here tonight. It's in the 15 machine right now. Currently not on the racetrack. But, however, Thompson will be going for the $200 bonus. And how does Thompson get this per chance as we look at this great facility, 2.66 miles? It's simple. All you got to do is win the race. You win the race, you get the prize money that's already coming to you for the winner, plus an extra $200 bonus. If Thompson does not win tonight, the $200 bonus will get added on. That is what's in store for Aubrey Thompson if he can pull it off. Well, I believe the last time we had Aubrey Thompson on a broadcast, he went about 50 feet above the catch fence in one of the weirdest crashes I've ever seen here on iRacing. Right now, Michael Wingo spins it out. Jeremy Osborne's just joined us here in the session. Jason Branch as well, not loaded in yet. But for Jason Branch, you got to feel like that he can go up 2 more spots. The last night, he was close, but finished third. Austin Green wound up being the winner last night. Tonight, I do not think Austin Green is here. All right, now, while we wait, take another driver, second finish the second, Jeff Merritt. He is in the field tonight. Currently not on the racetrack at the moment. Right now you're looking at Tim White and Mark Vondell. Just practicing, drafting, learning. See if we can't pull in. See if we can't find somebody else to pull. Oh, you know, we'll go ahead and pull in on Jeff Merritt. Jeff Merritt, Garrett Jenkins up here in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
I do, man. What's up?
Well, buddy, I know we're reversing the roles here, pre-race instead of post-race, but I wanted to ask you, Gen 4s, they can be fun, but it also adds a bit of retro drafting to the cars. Maybe not as easy to build up a run or make a pass, but do you feel like tonight's the night the 60 can return to victory lane?
I hope so. Man, I'm getting tired of running second place every night. But
I knew you were.
I mean, it's pretty. I mean, it's not a bad payday, but you know, eventually you get tired of running second place. We'll see what the old 60 car has for them. You just have to be careful on how you push in this car, because you can, if you hit them too hard, it'll lift the ass up, and then once you lift their rear tires off the ground, they're just along for the ride. So you got to be real careful on how you push in this car.
And I want to ask you that for say, do you feel like tonight, what do you think could be the contributing factor to seeing if we have several cautions or if we go caution free? What do you think are going to be some contributing factors to either or?
Just too aggressive with the pushes will be the biggest thing. You can build runs in these cars, you just got to be real. I'm not sure if this is the old slope nose or the flat nose. Let me turn my camera around here where I can see the nose of it. Yeah, this is the one that's got that big slope nose on it, so you're going to have to be real careful with the pushes, because it's almost like a wedge. You wedge up and underneath the car in front of you, up and underneath their rear deck lid. It just kind of picks the rear tires up off the ground, so you got to be real careful about how hard you hit them and the way you push and when you push.
All right, buddy. Well, in a minute, just over a minute to go, I'll drop you back down to your chat, and hopefully we'll see the 60 in victory lane tonight.
That's the plan.
All right, buddy. Best of luck to you. Jeff Merritt, get ready to go up for qualifying. Appreciate your time, buddy.
Yep, see you.
Yep. That out of the way, we're going to step aside real fast. We'll be right back to cover practice, or cover qualifying. All right, back just in time to cover qualifying. Right now, while we wait, let's see who's going to be the first one to attempt to qualify or post a lap here. So Sean Corbin on deck. Immediately following him, James Waring, Tim White. And we're the first three drivers to be posting a lap. Michael Wingo just now coming out of the pits as well. So right now, 4 drivers to go out early and make their one qualifying lap. The 11 of Ken McCullough as well, just rolling out onto the speedway. Of course, still coming tonight, MMS. And what should be an action-packed race to go into Friday. BDS live tomorrow right here on the Racing Idiot Racing Network. Got a mix of new drivers and pros alike. It'll be interesting to see. But right now, Corbin on the board. Meanwhile, down the back straightaway. See how fast he's coming down the. Pretty much catch him in a speed trap down the super stretch. Right now, 184 through the speed trap. Right now, Corbin at 26.2 in the first half of the track. It's going to be very important. Get off turn 4 and how you cut the apron if you like. Corbett does not. Corbett's first lap, 52, 327. Warrington immediately finished his, as does White. Neither one able to knock off Corbett. Matter of fact, Michael Wingo now will take his shot. Wingo cutting the apron. And at the line, Michael Wingo isn't enough. It is not a 52.533. Kim McCullough showing up. Catching him right at the last minute. McCullough not able to knock Sizemore off. Off by 0.03 of a second. Jeremy Osborne slides into fourth quickest. Gordon Spain's lap only good enough for fifth. Right now, Jason Branch, you're looking at him on track to possibly knock Corbett off the front row, or Kenneth McCullough. Going to be real important to see how he got off the corner at the line. 52.309, top of the board, Jason Branch. What a run. John Darnell immediately knocks him off with a 304. Kevin Tipton now at the line. 301, Tipton top of the board. Now guys are throwing haymakers. Well, real fast, we're going to focus in. Well, hold on. We're going to get Jeff Murrick here because Murrick looking to really try and win tonight. Where he starts will definitely help them chances. Jeff Murrick's time isn't enough. A 3:33, it'll tie for fifth. Well, now we're going to focus in on the man trying to go for an extra $200 tonight, Aubrey Thompson. Right now, Thompson, he's in the same range as everybody else, but not the fastest right now. He's going to need a great exit off turn 4. Really going to need help through trouble if he can have a chance to get up there. It's going to cut the apron. Aubrey Thompson, $200 on the line. Is it enough for the pole? 3:23. It is not. It'll be good enough for fourth quickest for Aubrey Thompson. What's up, Robert? Fourth quickest for Aubrey Thompson. So right now, what's up, Robert? How you doing? So right now, Kevin Tipton will be on pole for tonight's 42-lap feature. I've already talked to Kevin enough. I really want to talk to Thompson if he's in the chat. Right now, Aubrey Thompson, I do not see him in a chat, so not like we'll be able to get interviewed 15 tonight. Let's see if we can't get a word with or Jason Branch. Jason Branch, Garrett Jenkins up in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, I'm here.
Well, buddy, finished third last night, starting third tonight. What's it going to take to get them 2 more spots with this car and how it handles and drives here at Talladega?
Man, if I knew that, that's the $1 million question. I don't know. I think I started second or third last night too. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see what we do here at Talladega. Talladega's wider, so we can go 3 wide. Got a little more room to move around. So we'll see.
All right, buddy. Well, I'll go ahead and let you get ready here. I'm pretty sure they're about to let you go here. So best of luck to you tonight. Hopefully we'll talk to you at the end of this thing.
All right, thank you, Jim Bob.
Yep. That being said, we'll run through the starting grid for tonight. As cars begin to roll, Kevin Tipton on pole by 2/1000 of a second over John Darnell, Jason Brance, Aubrey Thompson, Sean Corbett, Kenneth McCullough as the top 6. Jeff Murray, James Waring, Christopher Carter, Jeremy Osborne, Eric White, Gordon Spain. That'll round out the Fast 12. On down, Tim White, Micah Wingo, Joey Masowitz, Austin Green in the field going for 2 in a row. Joshua McCullough, John Ward, 17th and 18th. Adam Ford, Mark Von Dale, 19th and 20th. And that'll round out a 20-car field. This is going to be good. This is going to be a great action-packed race. These cars, they can get a little racy, but really tonight's just about being patient, trying to keep the temps under you. But tonight, you know, these cars, they can be a handful. They really can be a bit of a handful, but ultimately it's pretty much what a lot of us grew up on, watching mid-2000s, late 90s plate racing at Daytona and Talladega with these cars. It's going to be nostalgic, really. Alright, Tim White brings them down, not Tim White, but Kevin Tinton and John Darnell bring them down to the start. We're rolling 42 laps. They come off to turn 2, baking. Tipton holding a slight lead for the moment. Here you look at the drone cam. How about Aubrey Thompson pushing John Darnell way out to the lead? Kim McCullough directly with him right now. It's going to be single filed out for the top 3 off of turn 4. Well, McCullough's going to jump up to that middle lane. He's going to try to cover James Waring. See the 16 stepping out of line. And at the line, John Darnell will officially lead the first laps tonight. Not to be outdone, Kevin McCullough now up to that middle lane, trying to make something happen. Again, pushed by James Waring right behind him. The 38 of Gordon Spain. Got the 18 of Christopher Carter as well. You see Waring up to the 3rd lane, trying to pull Jeff Murray along with him. McCullough now with a slight lead as they enter turn 3. But right now, Darnell not really wanting to let McCullough down. Darnell knows that McCullough comes down in front of him, then he's pretty much stuck where he's at. See Waring starting to go backwards. The outside lane already falling apart as quickly as it seems. To that 64, the Ancient World Gaming of Joey Matthews. But a huge run in that 3rd lane by the 64. Yeah, but you see right now, Nobody went with him. He's going to start falling back here momentarily. He can sidetrack as hard as he wants. But not really going to do much good as Gordon Spain leans off for turn 2 down the back straightaway with Eric White right behind him. And look at the gap they've already put on. Almost a 0.2 of a second lead. That's the benefit of being single file versus running double file or 3 wide. You're able to get out there and build ahead. Right now, McCullough reeling them back in. How about Christopher Carter sprint? Oh! Gore's going to get turned. He sees it! What a save, batting 38. Unfortunately, he's going to lose all them spots. Now, side by side for a lead. Jeff Murray taking on 3 wide for third. Eric White and Ken McCullough down the back straightaway, side by side for a lead. How about that 16? Jeremy Osborne trying to make something happen. Nobody going with him as well. Kevin Tipton, the pole sitter, lingering right in the top 5 as well. The action already intense. As right now, McCullough leads Christopher Carter off for turn 4. About a car length separation from second to third. But White still in the draft. Rest assured that they have not completely lost the draft yet. However, that McCullough and Carter can stay single file out, put a humongous lead over the rest of the field. Right now, if you're wondering where Aubrey Thompson is running, if you're curious about the driver that's going for the $200 bonus right now, Thompson running in 7th spot in that Oreo Ritz number 3 Monte Carlo. No, I messed up on the little thing there, my mistake. There we go. Right now, Thompson side by side, pretty much stuck right where he's at, next to the Ancient World Gaming number 64 Joy. Right now, a beautiful car. It really is one of my favorite cars. But right now, we'll focus back in at the front where Kim McCullough still leads, but MMS occupied the bottom and middle row. Another MMS driver. If you've watched a lot of HGR here lately, you'll see the 60 Jeff Murray. About the last 3 broadcasts, 3 out of the 5 at least, Murray has finished a race almost well, not almost, he has. Every time has finished a race in the photo finish style. However, Murray has finished second in each of them times. Jeff Murray overdue a win. He feel like he's overdue a win. It's tonight. The 60 goes back to victory lane. Still a long way to find out. Right now, 36 laps to go. It'll be 35 whenever they get back to the start-finish line. Yes, to answer your question, RTB, yes, they do. They are running about anywhere from 2 to 3 seconds faster in qualifying. But right now, Kenneth McCullough leads. But as a matter of fact, fastest lap of the race is a 48.226. So compared to qualifying times being in the 52s, a 48-second lap time is considerably bigger. Faster even. Right now, that fastest lap does actually belong to the driver of the 92, John Ward, right now running in 15th spot. A bad fast Ward with a bad fastest lap. Right now, Ward just hanging out right now, right to the outside of last night's winner, Austin Green from Daytona. And this is Ward's MO. Just hang out in the back. Hang out in the back and just ride. That's all you gotta do is just ride. You're right on board a nose cam with the 92, the 2023 PGR champion. Has several HGR wins under his belt. But right now at the front, Murray still trying to keep Kevin Tempton behind and trying to get Tempton to help him get back up there side by side. But with 3 cars, it's only going to get more difficult. You need about 3 or 4 really to make the middle lane work. Really, any lane. You need about 3 or 5 cars. Otherwise, you're just going to go backwards. Right now, the only driver out of the race, the 05, Joshua McCullough. I don't even think he completed. McCullough not even turned a lap. So right now, 19 drivers still in contention. However, a couple drivers have lost the main draft. That would be Gordon Spain and Mark Vondale. Right now, 10 seconds off the lead and counting. Kevin McCullough still leads. Christopher Carter, Eric Wright, John Darnell, and Jeff Murray, the top 5 as they run. Right now, 31 to go. And right now, pretty much, you're not seeing a whole lot of racing, and you're not going to for a little while. I think these drivers realize the last couple of races, it had been a bit caution-filled. I think tonight, it's just the way this car is. So you got to be careful with these cars. More cautious than what you got to do with any other car. They'll get turned around easy. They overheat easier. And right now, I think drivers just trying to make it to the first green flag pit stop if we get one. You see them now single fine out, telling me that anywhere between the next 5 to 10 laps, there's going to be green flag pit stops coming. As Kevin Tempton looking for a spot in line. Right now is all Kevin McCullough leading. Christopher Carter actually going right on board with Eric White and see what kind of speeds he's getting down the back straightaway here. So compared to what Sean Corbett ran, 184 tops down the speed trap for qualifying, you're looking at 196 entering turn 3. When they come off of turn 4, we're going to see exactly how much they're carrying through this front stretch. Significantly higher, as a matter of fact, 198. We'll do it one more time here. So roughly, you see, contact deep in the back. They keep it straight for a moment between Osborne and Tempton. Now force Sean Corbett out of line. But Corbett needs to immediately get down. He had a chance to get down. Unfortunately, did not take it now. Well, maybe Austin Green. Green might either drop down, leave him, or Green might let him down in line. We'll have to find out. Well, you look at it, and you see a gap between Corbett and Osborne. You wonder where are some of the rest. John Ward, there's the other ones. You're looking at Ward, Waring, Michael Wingo, Adam Ford has lost the draft, so is Jason Branch. Of course, we know where Gordon Spain and Mark Vondell is. Right now, there's not a caution. It's going to prove to be costly for Ward, Waring, Branch, Wingo as well. But now they're starting to get racy up here, starting to get side by side. It's a great chance for them three drivers to catch up, potentially. Single now 2 by 2. Jeff Murray trying to rally Corbett Green and Kempton up the outside. Well, you know green flag pit stops, they're got to be coming at some point, probably within next, maybe. Hard to really say with these cars how much the fuel run can get. I did not get to talk to John Ward before the race. Right now, still McCullough leading. Kenneth McCullough has led, as a matter of fact, 13 laps of the 16 ran with 26 laps to go. It's tonight. McCullough returns to victory lane. But Christopher Carter jumps up the outside lane for oh! They're going to get turned. Carter's around. Murray's hard into the wall. Christopher Carter, John Darnell gets involved in this. Caution with 26 laps to go. Man, oh man. It'll change the complexion of this race for several drivers. Carter, one of them. A fast repair is in the chamber for all these drivers. Thing about it is, when 25 to go, do you really want to use it right now? We'll see what happens here. Well, Murray pushing. It actually starts with Eric White and McCullough. Kevin Tendon gets a piece of a lot of door banging, nothing out of the ordinary. You see Darnell and Carter both hard into the inside retaining wall. We'll slow it down here and watch it. Down the back straightaway. Well, tell you what happens here. A big run's coming from the 88. He's going to tap the 8 of Kenneth McCullough. Bam. Just a bit too hard, enough to get the 8 turned sideways. From there, he's going to slam Jeff Murray, Christopher Carter, and an innocent bystander in this to Smirnoff. Ford Taurus number 18 is going to slide down the track. Darnell's going to get a piece of this. What happens after the fact, several drivers just trying to avoid the wreck. Don't know where the 60's going. Don't know if the 18's coming back up the track. That's pretty much where the 6 gets involved in this, and bam. Hard into the inside retaining wall. It's right on board with Christopher Carter through this, as a matter of fact. Right here, he ain't even going to know what's coming till it happens. Hard into the inside wall. Alright, next camera angle we'll get from John Darnell. We can find Darnell, that is. Run on board the nose cam. Well, he's just going to get ran over from behind, and he takes an even bigger hit than what Christopher Carter did. Run on board with the roll bar camera one more time. Get a look at this. And then finally, we're go on board with Jeff Merck through this. Just gonna get slammed. Other than that, he's gonna come out as pretty much unscathed. Right now, after pit stops are completed, Kevin McCullough's still out front. Well, I should get a look at the top 5 here. So McCullough, Corbett, Tipton, Green, and Thompson. That is the top 5. We can't get a word with Christopher Carter, see what he thinks happened. Christopher Carter, Garrett Jenkins up here in B. You got a copy, buddy? Try this one more time. Christopher Carter, Garrett Jenkins up here in the broadcast booth. You got a copy, buddy? Well, Christopher Carter not available for an interview, so I guess we'll hold off on it for a second. Let it get Eric White's perspective if we can get a word with him. Eric White, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast, but you got a quick copy. Very talkative bunch tonight. Well. Well, to re-rack it. Kevin McCullough, Sean Corbett, first and second. Kevin Tipton, Aubrey Thompson. The $200 bonus for Thompson still very much alive with 23 to go. Tim White in fifth. Jeremy Osborne. Joey Masowitz, 6th and 7th. Austin Green, John Ward, 7th and 8th. James Waring rounds out the top 10 as we get ready for this restart here with 23 to go. When they take the green flag, it is going to be 22. Of course, last night's winner, Austin Green, trying to go 2 in a row after a very chaotic race at Daytona. Right now, Austin Green being shown somewhere around the, well, 8th or 9th spot, as a matter of fact. We saw him back there with Ward earlier, just riding around in the back the majority of the night. All right. McCullough and Corbett brings them down to the United Rentals restart zone. 22 laps to go whenever they take the green flag. We're rolling again. Compared to the initial start of the race, a much better jump for the inside lane as they work down the back straightaway. McCullough getting pushed by Tempton. White and Corbett side by side for third is 2x2 on back. As they enter the turn 3 banking of the racetrack. Again, McCullough has been a man on a mission all night. Ever couple weeks before leading up to the SummerSlam 499. It had been a bit of a rough stretch for the 8. And then not even making the 499. A massive blow to Kevin McCullough right now. Trying to rectify that, get the luck turned around. And Sean Corbett will lead his first laps tonight. Aubrey Thompson leading the outside lane with Jeremy Osborne, Christopher Carter. Thompson trying to do something that nobody has been able to do. Win the pre-spin bonus. It's simple. If Thompson wins the race tonight, an extra $200 bonus on top, he could potentially walk out of here with $250, $260. All you got to do is win. Well, easier said than done, of course. I mean, when it started off as like $20. It's risen up to $200. And some of the best that money racing has to offer, like Kevin McCullough, like John Ward, Sean Corbett, and several others have tried their hand at getting the extra bonus, and it has not failed nobody's way yet. Is Thompson the one to do it tonight? Right now, Osborne, a great push from Christopher Carter down the back straightaway. Osborne down the cover. Thompson, and can Jeremy Osborne lead his first laps tonight? Ironically for Carter, that has been at the front the majority of the night, the driver of the 18 has not led a lap in this whole race. And Carter with a great push from Spain down through the tri-oval. Christopher Carter will officially lead his first laps tonight. Right on board with Gordon Spain. Getting a massive push from Eric White now. Trying to get the right camera angle. But there you see it. 2x2. Well, they were 2x2, but now they're 3x3x3 all the way around the 5th spot and coming, being led by Ward. Ward pulling Waring, Branch, Masowitz all the way. Trying to get to the front. You have not heard nothing out of John Ward, but he shows up in the last half of it. Oh, almost gets sideways. What a save by Ward. Got to say, Ward always shows up in the last half of these races. Michael Wingo up to third in the Dega Pros. Ford Taurus. That number 25, Wingo trying to turn his luck around. And Michael had a great run going last night, stayed in the top 3 for a lot of the first half of the race. Unfortunately, Lady Luck did not fall his way at Daytona. Wingo trying to turn all that luck around. It has been a very, very tough stretch for the summer for that 25 of Michael Wingo. Right now, if you're looking for your pole sitter, that would be Kevin Tipton. He is back there right outside the top 10. Matter of fact, I'll probably show it right now. Tipton not even in the top 10. Well, he is somewhere around the 11th position then. As a matter of fact, he is 11th. Right outside the top 10. Really, since winning the pole, I mean, Tipton's been at the front a lot tonight, but he has not really been much of a factor. Possibly waiting. Now they're going to go 4 wide. It ain't going to work. There goes White. There goes Merrick. Hard into the wall. Thompson's involved. Corbin's in it. Waring. Spain's upside down. John Darnell's involved. Flipping is the 38. It's the big one. With 17 laps to go. Massive damage to Gordon Spain. Well, it ain't just him. Aubrey Thompson, a $200 bonus winner. You'll line on board the onboard camera. A lot of damage. Right front, not even turning. Completely broken the tire rod off that car. Massive damage to the front. Thank God they got one fast repair left in the chamber. So that is terminal. Well, Thompson trying to get it back to the pits. I don't think he's going to be able to do it. The bad thing is he could go down a lap if he's not careful getting towed. Jeff Merrick, the wheel's completely gone on his machine. Jeremy Osborne right behind him, massive damage. What in the name of might happened? And one way to find out. Well, this is going to start. They're going to somehow get 4 wide. Of course, Gordon Spain. We're going to set this up from the back straightaway. Well, a big push from Merrick. Ward pushes him. And they're not really 4 wide, but the 38 tries to cover the 60 from there. I mean, Jesus almighty. Upside down, just going to barrel roll down the banking. That's a very weird flip for the 38, but let's look back at it in slow motion one more time. Then we'll get some onboard shots. Well, here's the way I see it from a commentator standpoint. The 60 gets a shot from Ward. Not right here, but right there. Bam. Murray goes. He looks to the bottom. They're almost 4 wide. Technically, they are in a way, but the 38, another half inch, he would have been clear. But Gordon Spain trying to save it. Eric White, Michael Wingo, just victim of circumstance from there. Murray hard into the wall. The 38 hits so hard it flips him on his side. From there, you see Osborne, Corbett, White, Waring. Massive wreck. John Darnell's in there. Darnell's been involved in one incident tonight. Let's ride on board with the 38. Hold on to your beer, folks. This is going to be wild. At that point, you're just along for the ride. Well, next one. Right on board with Jeff Murray. See what he'll see out of this. All right, here it's going to show it really good. What we're talking about, a push there. It's going to look to the bottom, just a 38 not clear. Hard shot. About Kevin McCullough coming to a complete stop. Jeremy Osborne will get his camera. Right behind Michael Wingo, the Raging Idiot Racing Network, looking right at you. Now he's going to get clipped by Eric White and immediately get spun. Last one will be on board with Kevin McCullough. I should go on board the gyro cam. Right now, McCullough's just riding. He sees it. And McCullough's the veteran that he is. Just realized, just get it woed down. Let it sort out. Man. Gordon Spain. Take one more look at this wreck. Not from Gordon Spain's camera, but we'll actually get the zoom in cam on it. Their contact for Murray. How about Austin Green and John Ward, Kevin Tempton, among others, just sneaking through. Joy almost had it made. Man. And it is the one in green now, so we are going to cut back to the live feed. Just taking one more look at the ride that the 38 took. Well, Taria right in the top 5. I know we're joining back a little late, but Christopher Carter, Austin Green, John Ward, Kevin Tempton, Tim White in the top 5. Well, we're rolling. Even jump, maybe a better one from the outside lane. Austin Green trying to go back to back. And right now he's in a great position to do it. 13 laps to go. You have avoided the big wreck. Now it's pretty much, at this point, just survive. Sean Corbett out of line. You can answer this question if you want to. Just seems like it's a fitting question considering where he's at. I would love for everybody to answer it, but you ain't got to if you don't want to. Oh, they're scattering big. Von Dell, Branch, cautions that again. John Ward through the grass. Ancient World game number 64, Joey. Master, what's involved in this? Tim White in the pits. And this will change everything with 11 to go. Well, let's look what happened here. We'll see what happens to John Ward, and we'll see what all really transpires. If I can hit the play button, that'd be nice. Right now, hard to really say what I see. So the 64 is coming up in the middle. He's going to clip Von Dell. 64 is going to go around. Ward just going to slide through the grass. Black flag for an unsafe pit entry. Can't really help it. Man. Look at Joey's perspective here. Got to run. With him and the feet not going together from there. The Ancient World gaming number 64 hard into the inside wall. And black screen. Lagged out. Came back onto the track. Massive damage. And that's how we were under caution again for the third time tonight. Austin Green staying out. Perhaps an issue on the 87. He's starting to pick up speed now. Probably rolling, trying to save as much fuel as he can. Let's talk to John Ward, see his side of things. John Ward, Garrett Jenkins up here in Bill. You got a quick copy, buddy?
I got you, Garrett.
Well, buddy, not much damage for what we see on the 92. Just a slide through the grass. What did you feel like triggered that whole incident?
I really don't know what happened. I looked in the mirror and I seen Joseph Misavage. I don't know if he was trying to get behind me. Somebody cut him off, but I got turned by somebody there and just went for a ride in the grass. I was running third. There's a $10 bonus for the next lap, and I was trying to go for that bonus there and got knocked off the track.
Well, buddy, like I said, not like a lot of damage to the car from where I'm looking at it. Do you feel anything in the wheel that maybe could make you a bit more challenging for Bad Fast Ward to get back to the front?
No, I only had like 10 seconds of damage. I think they beat the fender out back there. I should be good to go. I still got a fast repair if I need it, so we should be good to roll here. I just got to get back up there.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you. Right now, John Ward's got a little bit of work to do to get back in contention and win this race. Best of luck to you, buddy.
Thank you, Garrett.
Yep. Well, Michael Barksdale, John Ward makes it through unscathed. Made it through the first one, not this one. Well, Kevin Tempton leads. Oh, no, Austin Green still leads. Tempton in first. What a dominant car tonight of Kim McCullough sitting right outside of the top five. See if I can't get him dialed up real quick. Man, it won't bother him too much. Kenneth McCullough, Garrett Jenkins, got a quick copy, buddy.
I got you.
Well, buddy, been the dominant car tonight. Slid 16 laps so far. Is the night tonight the 8 or the 11? Ever which one you want to go by. I go by the 8. But is the night tonight that maybe the 8 gets his luck turned around?
I hope so, brother. If I can finish in the top 5, I'll be ecstatic the way my luck's been here lately.
Well, buddy, I still got to ask you. We got one more to go here live on the Raging Idiot Racing Network, MMS. Do you feel confident in the Gen 6 car after what was a very rough month leading up to the 499?
Yeah, I'm hoping maybe everybody's calmed down a little bit and we can have a good race tonight in it. That's what I'm hoping, but we'll find out.
All right, buddy. Well, look, I'm going to drop you back down, let you get ready tonight. Best of luck to you. Hopefully we talk to you at the end of this thing.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Ken McCullough has been a dominant car tonight. It's been a very rough 3 weeks for McCullough. Couple of rough races before the SummerSlam 499, and then ultimately not even making it. So, not to mention last night was in a great running for it. Unfortunately, was not able to get the job done, involved in a wreck late in the race. McCullough desperately trying to turn his luck around. Let's look at the result for this poll here. 75% of you said no, so 25. So somebody thinks yes, Austin Green will go back to back. 3 of y'all say no. Gonna be interesting to see. Appreciate the 16 viewers tonight. Do not forget to like and subscribe to the Raging Idiot Racing Network. Leave a like button. Tell me which is y'all's favorite series so far that's been ran on here over the summer. Has it been HGR? Has it been Inspired Racing League? Or has it been MMS? You can post it in the comment section below. And if you want more great racing action, like, subscribe, hit the notification button every time we go live. Tipton and Green, bring them down to the restart zone. We're rolling with 9 laps to go. Well, Green's almost as great as jump as Tipton now, side by side. Who will deliver the better push? Will it be James Waring pushing Green? Will Christopher Carter give Tipton a better push down the back straightaway? Right now, still even for the most part. Tipton out just a little bit. 9 enough to drop down in front of FedEx number 87 of Austin Green. Right now, Green getting pushed by Waring. James Waring trying to turn his luck around. It's been a very rough summer for the 13 as well. McCullough's going to take a 3-wide. Aubrey Thompson's going to push that 8 to the 3rd lane, followed by Corbett. Thompson knows $200 on the line tonight. And if Thompson can get that $200, it's going to be one of the best interviews I think we'll ever have. One of the most exciting for sure. McCullough getting pushed by Thompson in that 3rd lane down the back straightaway. McCullough down to cover the middle. Thompson in line with him. Thompson bails back out to the outside lane, not able to get outside of the 8. Got to remember to breathe. Jason Branch pulling John Ward. Never count out Bad Fast Ward. Well, Jason Branch also trying to go up 2 more spots from where he finished last night. Started 2nd last night, finished 3rd, started 3rd today, trying to go up to 1st. Thompson pulling that ball now, is getting pushed by Waring. Gordon Spain in the mix. Adam Ford all on the bottom. Throw in Jeremy Osborne, that 16. But right now, Kevin McCullough leads them off of turn 2. Thompson pulling back to the inside. Well, McCullough's about to get swarmed by everybody all around him. McCullough in the middle is a 3x3 for 1st. Branch storming out ahead with a push by Ward. Thompson not able to let the 28 clear. Well, you see what Branch did. He'll cover McCullough. McCullough blocked in, as is Carter, Corbett, and all of them. Thompson out to the middle. Going to be 6 to go. James Ware fighting on the bottom. Oh, it's getting good now. It's getting good now. Ward. Oh, they're 4 wide. Coming out to tri-oval. Murray down to cover it. Still 4 wide in return 1. Oh! Darnell getting turned by Tipton. Darnell's around. Caution is out. Woo! Darnell stops it on the banking. Oh, I gotta catch my breath. That was wild. That was awesome. Until it wasn't. For John Darnell, I believe it was the 2nd incident of the night for him. Let's right look and see what happened. Well, right here, I mean, it's incredible how far that we've came because 4 wide most of the time does not work, especially late in the race. They made it work there, attempting. I think you wanted to come up, either side draft to say there are 5 wide for a second. Well, Darnell done a great thing, just went ahead and spin it out. If he had if he had tried to save it before looping it back around to the left, he would have impacted the wall. But here he attempted, looks like a misjudge. They're 5 wide. Somehow it does not collect Wingo and Tempton and Von Dell and them, and Darnell just an innocent bystander in this. Man, oh man. It might not be enough to set up overtime. We'll have to wait and see. Well, I gotta quit breaking the action here. Just to advertise it again. Bash at the Beach, August 17th. Of course, it's the first ever special event that the Raging Idiot Racing Network will put on. It is super late models. $36 to enter. A little steep, but look at where it says based on 60 drivers. We get 60 drivers, $500 to the winner. Of course, you receive money for the heat races and LCQ. If we get 60 drivers, it'll start with 60. The feature will contain 36, 200 laps. A lot of money on the line. If you want to enter, you can send money to the bottom of the screen. James Waring through Cash App or PayPal. Jimmy Crow through Venmo. Get your entries in because it's going to be a lot of fun August 17th. Right now, top 5 as they run. Joey Masavage, Christopher Carter, Jeff Murray. Okay. Well, while we officially wait, because I'm pretty sure Murray not in his right spot. See if we can get a word with Joey real quick. Hey, Joey, Garrett Jenkins up here in the booth. Got a quick copy, buddy? Alright, so Joey not available to talk tonight either. A lot of Digger Pro's been quiet at night. Let's see. Tell you one cat we ain't talked to in a hot minute on the broadcast, so we can't get a hold of him. James Ware and Garrett Jenkins up here in the broadcast, but you got a quick copy, buddy?
Say, Garrett.
I ain't talked to you in a while, at least not on an interview at least. Having a solid run tonight, been at the front the majority of the night. What's it going to take for the 13 to end a winless streak, let alone end this bad luck that the summer has given you and several other drivers?
Good luck will be a start. I'm going to have Ward in front of me, so we work well together. I'll be pushing the crap out of him, and hopefully we can be in a position at the coming out of 4 in the last lap to make something happen.
But I do want to ask you real fast before I drop back down and let you get ready for the one and green here. Are you anticipating the possibility of a green-white checker?
I would not doubt it, but I got plenty of extra gas, so I'll be good to go.
All right, buddy. Best of luck to you. Hopefully we'll be able to talk to this third. Sorry.
All right, thank you, sir.
Yeah. I took them on air there for a second. My fault. 4 cautions tonight has not been that bad of a race, all things considering. All right. Alright, now's the time to put in the $1 million question. Right now, Carter and Joey will be bringing them down. This will be an all-natural green-white checkered. We have 3 additional green-white checkers in the chamber. If we make it to the 3rd one, the race ends under green no matter what. It does not matter if the caution or pace car comes out. We're rolling. And a wrecking behind Wingo Corbett. Well, that did not take long. Michael Wingo, Jeremy Osborne, Sean Corbett involved. Mark Vondale, massive damage. Huge damage to that Napa number 59 of Mark Vondale. All right. Well, that did not take long. Let's see what happens from the 25. I think we're going to have a situation of somebody not going as a chain reaction behind them. Bit of a gap. It's an accordion effect. Michael Wingo into the back of Osborne, and from there, massive hit. Jason Branch getting turned. Can't ride on board with. Get right on board with Sean Corbett, see what we hear here. From there, it just seemed like it. I'd both check up on both lanes, perhaps. Corbett comes to rest on the wall. Man. That's a pretty much. Well, no, so the 16, regardless, I don't think 25 realized 16 did not. I don't think Osborne really wanted to run to the back of the 87. Unfortunately, Wingo misjudged it. Sent them all scrambling and scattering. Real fast while we're in the caution, we're going to step away real fast to cover the end of this race real quick. We'll be right back live from Talladega. Well, folks, if you think we're going to be done after tonight, we are not. MMS still to run tonight. As a matter of fact, it's supposed to be qualifying at 10 after 10 Eastern Time, so we're going to be cutting this race a little close, but nonetheless, it is what it is. Well, right now, the Ancient World Gaming Ford Taurus of Joy Savage. Out front, Christopher Carter in second, John Ward third, Aubrey Thompson. Again, the $200 bonus still very much alive for the driver to number 3. James Waring will restart in 5th. This should be the one to green here. Alright, so we got 2 Thompsons in the comments section. We got 1 John Ward. Well, right now, John Ward in prime position to strike. Well, at this point, it's gonna be all hands on deck. For what's scheduled for the remainder of the week, I know tomorrow night, BDS, the sister series to HGR, will be live tomorrow night. Like it is every Friday on the Raging Idiot Racing Network. Saturday night, the Championship 3 for the Inspired Racing League ARCA Series. Chris Laota, Stephen Henning, Elijah Fisher. All 3 of them will be going for the ARCA Series Championship. Sunday, undetermined, probably HGR and MMS. We'll have to wait and see confirmation. And then next Monday night, the Inspired Racing League Cup Series to Championship 4. Shane Hoare, Elijah Fisher, Mike Hauser, and Josh Henderson will be going for the first ever Inspired Cup Series Championship. All of that action will be live right here on the Raging Idiot Racing Network. But before we get to all that in MMS in a few short minutes, we got to get through high gear racing first. This will be the first attempt at green, white, checkered. Right now, if you're Joey, trying to get back to victory lane for Christopher Carter, really wanting to get to victory lane for the first time in HGR. John Ward, a multi-time winner. Aubrey Thompson's won a handful of times. Actually, I think a couple of times Thompson's won an HGR event. But tonight would top all of that if he can walk out here over $250 richer. First attempt at green, white, checkered. Joey and Carter brings them down to United Rentals restart zone. 2 laps. Much better restart from everybody this time. No big accordion. But right now, Carter with a great start. Right now, Joey's going to get right up side by side to 18 again. Going to be even down the back straightaway now. They're starting to fan out, looking to go 3 wide. A lot of shuffling in the back. But right now, here comes the 64. Savage with a run with John Ward. Joey shot out of a cannon from Bad Fast Ward. Out in front, Thompson now really starting to slide back. He's going to get stuck on the outside. They're 3 by 3 or 4 wide. Mid-pack. Well, they made it to the white flag. Whatever happens, happens. Final lap, and Joey Savage now getting pushed by Ward, Waring. How about Gordon Spain up in the top 4? Austin Green and Christopher Carter side by side for 5th. Now they are evened out. Down the back straightaway, Aubrey Thompson, it would appear the extra $200 will go up in smoke. Oh, Carter attempted crashing behind him. Massive wrecking. Thompson is involved in it. We'll focus back in on the lead. Joey Savage now getting pushed by Ward. Does anybody have anything left? Green trying to make a run on the outside. They're going to run out of time. Joey Savage at the line will barely hang on to it. Man. What is that, the 4th broadcast in a row for HGR? We get a photo finish. Something like that. Only by the slightest of margin. Pull up top 5. We'll see what the SDK says it is. 9 thousandths of a second. Too close for me to call. Way too close for me to call for Joey. Ancient World Gaming, number 64, returns to victory lane. What a run. John Ward will come in second. James Waring, a much-needed third for the driver to 13. All that bad luck he's had throughout the summer, he'll be able to breathe easy tonight. Austin Green will not go back-to-back. He'll come in fourth. Jeff Murray, fifth. So I can't get a word winning now. Joey, Garrett Jenkins up here in Boogie. You got a quick copy, buddy? Try this one more time. Joey Savage, Garrett Jenkins up here in Boogie. You got a copy, buddy? Not up here. Joey's mic's cooperating at the moment. Well, that being said, nonetheless, Joey is your winner tonight. Give him time to get his mic situated here. Being joined in the booth by James Waring. What's up, James?
What's up? I'm just trying to fix what's going on.
Oh. Well, I'll shoot you an interview real fast. James finished third tonight. Much need a run for the 13. Just take me through the whole race in general.
Yeah, we had a good round. I stuck with John and Joey on the inside, and the three of us were just pushing like mad, and we just stayed hooked up.
Well,
but Joey should be fixed now.
All right, we'll get him in here momentarily. I do want to ask you, though, from your perspective, do you feel like tonight has gone a lot better? I know some of the higher-ups have not been happy with the racing we've seen the last couple of weeks. Do you feel like tonight was an improvement?
A couple of them were complaining about what happened in the back, but, you know, we were all racing hard. There was nothing egregious. It was just, you know, a couple check-up were a culprit tonight, but
Checkers
up front
records.
we were being respectful. We were not, you know, take care of our stuff, not trying to kill each other.
Well, buddy, again, much need turnaround. You're one of several drivers. It's been a very brutal summer for you. I want to ask you, though, do you feel like now the luck's starting to change? Will we see James Waring in victory lane sometime real soon?
I've cashed 2 races in a row, so hopefully we're on a streak.
All right, buddy, last question. I'll let you go here. Anybody want to thank tonight? Friends, family, sponsors, etc. The floor is yours.
I want to thank Jimmy Crow for putting these races on. I want to thank you for the wonderful broadcast. Thank Team Dega Pros, John, Sean, and Joey, all those guys that were in there with us. We were able to get this to happen. We pushed Joey to the win.
All right, buddy. Congratulations. James Waring finishes third. He will complete a Dega Pro 1, 2, 3 tonight for HGR. Appreciate the time, buddy.
Yes, sir.
That being said, now let's see if we can get Joey in here. Joey Savage, Garrett Jenkins up here in Boogie. Got a copy?
Yeah, third time's a charm.
I swear.
All right.
Well, buddy, hell of a job tonight. I want you to just take me through the last lap. Was it a plan for Dega Pro to link up at the end there and just try to get away the best we can, or the best y'all could?
You know, that was absolutely my plan from the front. Unfortunately, I did not have Ward or James in my comms channel, so I was just running under the assumption that they'd do what's best for them, and I was hoping that what they thought was best for them was best for me, pushing me to the front. I expected Ward to make a move towards the end there. Didn't expect him to make it as late as he did because he could have easily gone around and taken it, but glad it worked out for all of us. We're all a little burnt on getting wrecked at the ends of these races, so it's nice to have a bunch of us old heads bringing across the line clean.
Well, buddy, it was a great drive for you tonight. Of course, a little bit crazy towards the middle part of the race. You did lead the second most laps at 9 laps led tonight. Of course, Kenneth McCullough will lead 17. But I wanted to ask you, do you really feel like that tonight it was a bit of an improvement? The racing in general, yeah, there's still 5 cautions, but generally I felt like the race was a bit more, nobody not really making any big moves when they really needed to. Sure, we got 3 and 4 wide at some point, but that's to be expected coming to the end of these races. But ultimately, do you think it was an improvement for everybody tonight, or do you think that it's just how these cars are? You got to be delicate with them. Of course, they don't push as good. They overheat faster. Just what do you think tonight? What stood out to you tonight?
The cars were good. The cars definitely didn't hurt things. It was these guys are a bunch of good guys, and they can put together a good race when they're at least slightly on the ball. And I don't even think the last couple nights were bad races. Maybe not preferred finishes, but the racing's always good, even if there's more cautions than you want. It's always a good show here at HGR on your broadcasting network.
Well, yes, sir, and it never fails. HGR puts on a great show. Well, that's about the third or fourth time I've interviewed you on a win, so you know the next question coming. Is there anybody want to thank tonight? Friends, family, sponsors, etc. I know Ancient World Gaming is going to be happy to be back in Victory Lane.
Yes, sir. Ancient World Gaming's very happy to be back in Victory Lane, especially in this Casey Kane throwback scheme that I designed. We got Next Level Racing. Use code AWG for 5% off any of your next orders. It just keeps working. So take the free money if you're getting stuff from Next Level Racing. AWG24 to Bruisey Racewear, Sword Dog Apparel, and Glitch Energy. That's Glitch with a Y. And that'll get you anywhere from 15 to 25% discounts at each of those places. And keep tuning into HGR. We'll keep trying to put on good shows.
Well, buddy, first off, congratulations by 9,000ths of a second over your teammate John Ward. And hopefully next time we talk to you, you'll be right back in Victory Lane again.
We'll see what we can do about that. Thank you.
Yes, sir. So Joey will come home the winner tonight. We're going to talk to okay, he's still in here. John Ward, Garrett Jenkins up here in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
I got you.
Well, buddy, tonight you will take Jeff Murrick's place as finishing second in photo finishes tonight. I wanted to ask you, though, because we just talked to Joey, he felt like that his plan was to get the Dega Pro drivers lined up and try to get away with it. Was that what you and James Warren were thinking about as well?
Yeah. Shout out to Joey there. That's exactly what we were doing. We were all talking. Joey wasn't in the channel, but he pretty knows what's going on. And I told James that we're going to sit down here and just try to hold this bottom and go as fast as we can. And James did. He did a wonderful job of staying behind me and pushing. And they couldn't catch us. And we stayed down there. It was a plan. It sure was. And we got it there. I was going to stay behind Jody the whole time. I was like, you know what? Let me just jump out. For everybody watching, make it a little exciting. But yep. Good run there for Dega Pros. That's for sure.
Indeed, it is a Dega Pro 1, 2, and 3 tonight. I do want to ask you the same question I've asked the other two drivers. They would be both your teammates, but do you feel like tonight, granted we have 5 cautions over the last couple weeks, I know the higher ups really haven't seen the racing as good as what it could be, and part of that can be true, but also tonight, I think if you're like me, you'll look past, sure we have 5 cautions, but the majority of them came at the end of the race. We had a few throughout the race, but we have had a lot of decent runs, maybe not green flag pit stop runs, but we've had a few decent runs. Overall, what stood out to you tonight as far as, do you feel like it's the guys, like everybody was on their A game tonight, it was a pretty clean race in my opinion, or do you feel like it's just how you got to drive these cars with the way that they be affecting the draft, the temperatures can get hotter, and pretty much just what was your take on tonight as far as an improvement goes?
Yeah. The main thing, like you say, is just improvement. A lot of guys in here, they're just fresh racing into the money scene, and we don't really run these cars that much, so they don't know how hard to push and when to push and bigger bumps. And there was a few cautions. I mean, overall, I'd say it was a decent race. It wasn't a bad race at all. We had a few yellows there, a little bit of strategy at one point. Yeah, it's just like little mistakes guys are making. It's nothing, huge. Nobody acting a fool or nothing. Everybody's trying to hold a good wheel, and it's just their learning process. I mean, most of these guys, they like I say, they're new and they ain't been racing shit maybe 2 or 3 months. Some of these guys, so yeah, I think they're doing great. It wasn't, a just 100% great race, but I mean we got a little work to do, but overall it was a decent race. Even though with the 5 cautions I had fun, a lot of guys had fun at the front anyway. I know a lot of guys got caught up in Aubrey. He's not too happy with the race, but yeah, for the most part I think it was a decent race, and the guys are learning, and I think as we go on and we run more and more that it'll get better and better.
Well, I'm going to ask you 2 more questions then. I don't know about you, but I got to get ready to cover MMS. But last 2 questions before we jump over there. One, and of course, this can be as unbiased as you want to be, but out of the group of newcomers coming up, we've been doing this for about 2 or 3 months. From a mentor's perspective, who do you see that could be one day contending for a SummerSlam 499 or a PGR 500 win? Who would you have on your radar?
Yeah, from the guys I've worked with and seen, I know that Gordon Spain, him and his brother's actually Joey Misevich. I think Misevich. I always have a hard time with his last name, but
Yeah.
him and Joey, they're brothers, and they're really good. They're new to the money racing. They've been racing for a long time, but as far as the money scene and doing all the broadcasting and stuff, they could hold their line, and they show they've got plenty of speed and know how to be there at the end. So those guys are somebody to watch out for in the future for sure. We got Jason Branch. He's coming up. Nobody knows him, so they don't know whether to push him or leave him. It's hard getting the help right now. He's so new. And we got Eric. He's out there running. So, I mean, there's a few guys that I think if they just stick with it, and they'll get better and better, and before you know it, they'll be running right up there with them.
Well, last question is always the one that ends the interviews. Is there anybody want to thank tonight? Friends, family, sponsors, etc.? The floor is yours.
Yeah, I just want to thank Dega Pros. We finished 1, 2, 3, done a really good job. Thank Sean Corbett for everything he does. He does a lot of help in the community and stuff with everybody, getting people together, and just a good effort for that. I want to thank Jimmy Crow for putting on the event. He does these every night, and I know it's a hassle, send out flyers, collect money, do payments. And shout out to him for doing all that, and shout out to you for the broadcast. Garrett, you always do a good job of good quality streams, and I like watching them.
All right, buddy. Congratulations on a Dega Pro 1, 2, 3. I know being the owner, you're tickled to death to see everybody in Dega Pro cashing out. And, buddy, hopefully next time we talk to you, Bad Fast Ward returns to victory lane.
You got it. Thank you.
Yes, sir. John Ward comes home second by 9,000ths of a second. Appreciate your time, buddy.
Thank you.
That being said, we're going to go ahead and go through the grid, the results fast, because we're pushing the time here. But Joey Misavage comes home, as a matter of fact, it is 7,000ths of a second, not 9. The even closer finish. But John Ward in second, James Ware in third to complete the Dega Pro 1, 2, 3. Austin Green, the back-to-back, will not come to fruition tonight. He'll look to try to restart that next time we are live. Jeff Murray, Gordon Spain, Eric White, Michael Wingo, Jeremy Osborne. Mark Vondale rounds out the top 10. Jason Branch, Tim White. Aubrey Thompson, the $200 bonus will not come to fruition tonight. And that just means that pot will get bigger and bigger for the next driver to try to tackle it. Christopher Carter, 14th. Kevin Tipton, 15th. Adam Ford, Kevin McCullough. The bad luck continues for the driver of the number 11 or the 08. Just depends on which you want to go by. He'll have to settle for 17th. John Darnell, 18th, running out the field tonight. Sean Corbett, a bad streak continues for the Dega Pros driver. And Joshua McCullough, not even turning a lap tonight. With that being said, everybody, stick around. This broadcast is about to end, but we will have MMS up next to walk us into Friday, for a lot of people, payday, myself included. And I will see each and every one of you in just a few minutes. Take care. Be safe.